glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. A battle between two teams in the top 25, and we are excited to bring it to you here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Washington Huskies and the Indiana Hoosiers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Huskies head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Hoosiers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Williams to throw. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Washington sends out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Running inside, it's Richard. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his man, it's Preston. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. I don't think he got anything. He got stopped on 4th and 1.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Williams finds his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Play action with Williams. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Throwing, Williams. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking for a huge play. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Inside the 35. Running wide open down the gut of the field. To the house. Touchdown, Washington.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there on the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams on the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Williams fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And they're able to make the tackle. Washington right back to the line. Third down from the gun, Williams. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Kicks it high and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. The sure hands. It's Richard.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
The Hoosiers can really attack on this second and short. Got a little grass. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Preston. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got it in the middle. It's Becker. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Here's Williams to throw. It's complete to the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to the ground with the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him. And you just get it to him, and he does the rest. And that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Can't get him to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Rides to back and leaves it. Finding some room. Touchdown, Huskies. Excellent pass by the back on the option. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Complete to start this drive. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. And he could not get loose on the run. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Makes the grab. He got just enough to move the sticks, and that'll set him up with a first down after the 2-minute timeout. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Unloads it downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Williams throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
It's so hard to...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Williams will pass. He's got it. Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Running inside, it's Washington. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Washington wants to go quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Right back to him on the ground. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's Williams. They're working that left side. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throwing, Williams. Here's a heat. He's on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Timeout called by the Huskies, that's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. And they got him.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Preston. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the shot. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
And the Hoosiers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. And they're unable to connect on the long pass. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
So now it's second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a gap. It's Richard. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run inside. It's Carr. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Williams. Complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Play fake, Williams. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Off the boot, looking for his man. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll try to run it with Washington. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Here's Williams to throw. Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So that drive covered 29 yards. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Play action with Williams. Under fire, and he never had a chance.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give on the option. Maybe some room here. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback making adjustments. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Pressure coming. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Bringing it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Williams. Got it. Touchdown, Huskies. And the beatdown has ensued.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bind, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Williams on the play fake. Here's the pressure. Buried before he could blink. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Williams will pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Not going to risk a return here, calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today. That's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They're going to ride this running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Running inside, it's Beebe. There's a crease. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Richard. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Beebe. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Holly, what do you have?
Well, guys, these turnovers continue to dictate what's happening in this ballgame. The quarterback has been under duress, and he is starting to show this wear and tear. The defense is feeding off of this, though. They see he's banged up, and they are going to keep coming after him. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.